1.4, Artificial Intelligence Server, and this is coming from Dr. Ribble. This will be A2. We had a pretty good discussion about this at our retreat. I know, Kurt, you weren't there for the retreat, but did you have a question or a motion or a comment?
Both.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is extremely important for our district, and and it's a perfect solution because AI it needs to have guardrails on it, and this is the perfect solution, because if you're having an artificial intelligence server, I mean it's fully customizable, fully secure, and it's private. There's zero latency in how it performs, and you don't need the internet to actually use it. Because basically what it does, it goes out 24/7, 365 and scrapes the internet for information and pulls it back in. And so anytime you do a prompt or use that AI, it only uses what's on our local server. So there's no danger of anything being any personal identifiable information from getting out into the internet through an AI system. And we can also through our web blocking and through our firewalls, we can prevent any access to ChatGPT and any other AI tools. And plus, even the ones that we've that Andrea had been looking at for our that are acceptable and are recommended that work seamlessly with this. So this is a very, very good move for us, and I'm really happy that we're going this route. So I'd like to make a motion. Move to give final approval to the quote for the district artificial intelligence server and 3 configured models from the United School Administrators in the amount of $23,000.
Motion from Kurt and a second from Lou. Any further comments or discussion? Dr. Allen.
Appreciate the innovation and also somewhat skeptical, but hearing Kurt's support and explanation, I'm on board now, otherwise I wouldn't have been. But one of the things that I do wonder as I look at this and I think about technology in general, how does this fit in an overall plan? Are there things, if this is more efficient than what we're using now, that will go away? So I don't expect an answer today, but maybe as we talk about technology, the idea in general about if it is for efficiencies, what are the trade-offs? How can we lower costs in other areas, or what kinds of software might go away and those expenses go away? So if we can keep that in mind moving forward in our planning, that'd be super helpful. And thank you, Kurt, for your advocating for this, because it sold me.
I would just say that I was able to see a brief demo of this down at the KASB convention. I think you were also in that session by G.A. Bowie. And it was impressive because just the very limited amount that we saw was on designing individual intervention for students in an area based on Kansas standards that they may be falling short on. And it's really incredible. But the fact that it's a self-contained environment, it's not going out, there's no risk of getting false or bad information and getting fed back. You're not getting fed back what AI thinks you want to hear. And that's what you get with ChatGPT, right? You're right, stroke your ego, that kind of stuff. That's not what this is. So I appreciate all the work that administration's done on this.
Yeah, and I'd say a quick answer on that. Number one, there's a lot of things it's going to be able to do, and since it's on our side of the server, our data is accessible through that. So we can, for example, what we could do is take our testing data that we use at the beginning, middle, end of the year that we use for our MTSS, and we do that, and we can compare that with state assessments and pull in the state standards. And you can say, based on state standard, pre, post, or beginning, middle, end of year testing, what students are achieving at grade level, where they were, you can say who's most deficient in what standard, and it can pinpoint to that using our data. And that'll be a great tool for teaching and learning, be able to work with groups, to be able to get them in the right groups, and it can synthesize the data so much quicker than we can. And the additional 3 modules that come along with it kind of act as chatbot a little bit. So things like the special education. So it'll be the special education process handbook that everybody gets when you're in an IEP, and it's about yay thick, and nobody knows what it means, but we can feed questions to that chatbot on where it's located, what page, ask it simple questions and bring it back. So I think you're going to save a lot of time. I know you're going to save a lot of staff time to be able to do that. And we'll be able to do that with our policies as well, be able to put it in. So when people are asking, okay, what is the policy about graduation exercises? Spit it in and it'll spit it right back to you faster than even internet search will go. Because it's just going back to our stuff and it'll bring back our stuff instead of bringing back other districts, other different places like you do on a web search now. And we'll show you more. The biggest thing I'm going to tell you,
Let's take the vote.
nope, I'm just going to say
Eric, you're not
this
helping.
is, if we don't dip our toe in this water, we're going to get run over by a flood. I mean, we need to understand how to use this, how to do this. If we're going to open it up to our students to be able to address them down that way, we can't live in an age that doesn't use this tool to some capacity. And I know we're just starting out. We don't know what all it can do. But this is the world we're going to be working with. And we've got to know how to do it before we can control that part. Otherwise, it turns into them controlling it and we don't know what's going on. We got to know how to use the tools, or at least be able to have some kind of ownership over what's going on with it. And I believe that's the opportunity we have with this.
Dr. Ribble, did you have anything that you wanted to speak to? Any questions for Dr. Ribble? Okay, good discussion. Okay, got a motion. Who moved? Kurt. Who seconded? Lou? Okay. Motion from Kurt, second from Lou. All those in favor? Motion carries 5-0. And item 10.5